Добрый день. Продолжаем играть.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we... I am sure neither of us feels solid enough to...
Васье, значит, сбежала, да?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large. See you at the return. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift. I am not drawing my gun, yet, but I don't like gifts.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note. Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay? Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
It's hardly surprising.
You look at her rough, jagged handwriting on the note. She was in a rush, but not panicked. Deliberate. The medicine cabinet is empty.
I always took you for more of a drunk than a chemical abuser, Lieutenant Hefreiter. Should we go? She certainly had her priorities straight when she was back.
This window is pristine.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, a two-hearted spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him. The red thread bisecting the room shows the trajectory of the bullet from the roof outside. Location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. Maybe if you extrapolate all possible points of origin first, the thread will make sense. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the... Ruby ruled this out vehemently. The shot would have been heard from downstairs, where no one heard it. The likelihood of A prime has fallen drastically. The shot had to come from a greater distance. beyond A prime. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez? According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. This would explain why no one heard the gunshot. The bullet came from 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a 1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 8B and 33A. The angle would have been extreme and access to the islets is questionable. But it is then there's the thread the witness left. She did have a first-hand view of the event. Perhaps she found something in the outer reaches of her memory of it. You need to inspect it. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime. The island in the bay.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? Indeed, neither do I.
He's used to knowing who to trust. This makes him uncomfortable.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
No, there's nothing else. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment. Defended maybe putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths. Then I crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so...
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that. Oh, you know, People don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business. Ah, them. Nice people, but no. Lena said they were going back to Jamrock. I saw them pass by. I'm glad she got out of here before all that. Bullets flying and stuff. People inside were quite terrified, you know. I had to take action and step outside too. Yes, you know, and I went outside and took care of it. Everybody calmed.
He's almost completely forgotten what this began.
I mean, you're a detective. Perhaps you can track them down.
Exactly, but all in due time. Crypto business is not a priority right now.
You'll see her again one day. You know it. Things went like they did for a reason.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him. He nods back at you, even more. Just two badass men nodding stoically. Make that three. The lieutenant is nodding too, hands crossed.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do. What is this thing? Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It's solved. This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Караоке потом будем петь.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man clenches his fists.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Huh? What?
He's very, very drunk.
Our condolences for your losses.
Does he look like he's okay?
He does not. His unshaven face is almost grey, and he reeks of piss. While still alive, he has abandoned his own body to decomposition.
He wasn't. That's the thing. Titus, Theo, Dennis, Angie, Elizabeth, they're all gone. But he got away without a scratch.
There's nothing left. Nothing.
He has lost the will to live. It's survivor's guilt. He feels like he should have died with the others. He may kill himself if he doesn't find a new purpose, or else go on in this way. Not dead, but not really living either.
What? Sons of bitches.
Was this really the best idea? I guess you may have prolonged his existence a bit, if he can still remember this.
If you think this will keep him from offing himself, I'll make sure to remind him. So far, I've just been pouring whiskey in him.
Titus is fucking dead.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys? Look around you, man. This shit is done. There are no more Hardy Boys. No, man. I don't know. I guess the Union will still be policing the neighborhood, but who's gonna do it now?
Да, и я буду руководить.
That wouldn't be funny, even if we weren't surrounded by the ghosts of our fallen friends. Damn songbird of misery, that one.
And do you have any information on these songbirds?
God said she took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if there was...
She's gone. Face it. Move on. There's no catching her this time around.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy. Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend, okay?
I will. You take care of you.
Cop of the Apocalypse. It's Guillaume Le Million.
Ну да. Интересно, если бы я выполнил задание перед этим всем, перед Руби этой, нашел пистолет, что-то изменилось бы? Или нет?
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of... This was Cindy the Skull. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh.
The return.
Could be. In Revachol West, someone somewhere is always whispering about Le Retour. It's an aerograffito, meant for coalition aerostatics in the lower troposphere.
The return to her side. The return of light.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? The fuel oil catches fire immediately with a low hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the lettering. What if the words are not directed at the people of Martinez, or even the coalition aerostatics above the city? They're meant for something above even those. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your... The flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool. People, they say you'd kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different. Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
feels good for some reason.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker. Distraction style. That's some sick shit.
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant.
Kuno wants to hear all about it. But first, we split the kilo. Then we shoot the shit.
Килошку. Ага, килошку.
Kuno knows what Kuno means.
Kuno means gram.
Конечно, мало еще.
Alright. Kuno knew you tried that sneaky pig shit on him.
Tell him, Kuno.
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this.
Major fucking choice, pig.
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving, pig. This.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause. Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow, this will. It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly. None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno? Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig
Карманный.
throws it all away.
Карманный мусор.
I told you he can't be trusted. I told you. I told you he'd steal the shit.
Relax, see? We got plenty of kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that. This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now everything is.
There is genuine disappointment below the act, sire. In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
Хороший план, да, наверное.
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig? What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Kuno window.
Fuck you trying to do? Get the Kuno to stop. Kuno's just getting it on.
A small lump forming in his throat.
Keep your ass together, Kuno.
Creepy булки.
Kuno's not fucking trying to be tough. This shit is real. Kuno's fucking violent dad's gonna be a vegetable. Kuno knows that shit. Stroke shit. Stomach fucked up and... Kuno's gonna go out like that too. Gonna be just like Kuno's violent dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck are you talking, sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit. Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think 'cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
If he doesn't stop soon, he's going to collapse from exhaustion. He's red all over.
Я уже красная.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
Yeah, so fucking what? Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
He's trying to fuck you again.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change my name into...
Хоть
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
Давай, переименовывайся.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
You can guess.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink. That's right, it's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground, Leroy shit, ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
В склепе. Будете два бомжа.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
She must repeat it. Use every chance to confirm that version of reality. She tries to bind their fates together. She needs him. Bad.
So?
You should thank him.
What? Don't be playing Kuno off as a snitch bitch. The oldest trick in the book, people.
Are you snitching, Kuno?
This is some ancient bullshit, people. Kuno would rather take 10 than snitch. Pig's full of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Десятку от звонка. От звонка до звонка.
You found a real nice button to push. Turned the tables on him.
Yeah, did you fucking there? Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, to the both of you, watch your ass in Kuno's town, or Kuno's gonna fuck you.
He is incredibly pleased with himself right now.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking light.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything? Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed...
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk. Watch out, Pig. It's a dangerous world out there. But Kuno's got his eye. Who knows?
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of the magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And that one stroke, don't be so modest. He's having one right now.
Прямо сейчас просто.
Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to just remember. It's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. And it's certainly not the nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. Date of birth generator. The 15th Indo tribe.
Necromancer, Pig. That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like...
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emil Mullins and asks for... The man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't bleed, Pig. Someone opens a window and says, but Emil cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
You're such a bummer, Pig. Fuck does Kuno care?
I'll die before I squeal, Pig.
Ладно, нос.
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar.
Didn't Sona give you a perfect tool for this kind of job?
This orange machine is dead still. It has ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign. Left there for a disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? there's a radio. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too...
It means there are firearms, breech loaders.
He likes this find.
Seems like an old bunker from the river. It means there are fire...
He likes this.
Да, мне тоже интересно, что там на этом кубе. Так, тут фонарик пригодится.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the cube, the speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's plate.
Good morning. Fortress accident en route
Он
de
сейчас пароль,
Tangerine.
небось.
This, please repeat. Is this the offside copy? Good, thank you. Please repeat. How can I help you? Good. Please repeat the No, that's not it.
What does she mean? That's not... Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
Good. I've unlocked the offside copy. After
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. It sounds like something cracks. Before the piece of paper, something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, marked by the devil itself. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. This must be the information Sorna is looking for. She knows how to make sense of it. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent the filament slides out of its glowing nest. You've checked all the traps now. There's nothing else.
Так, надо будет водку не взять, но сначала мы в церковь сходим.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a... This is wrong. Machines shouldn't... Cold sweat trickles down your spine. It's the abyss staring back at you. Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning stuff.
Here! I found it! Hold on. Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. I found the coordinates.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job.
Thank you. There, in the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculation.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals, solving the puzzle.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bolt 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Так, третью на 2 сантиметра влево, четвертую на 5 сантиметров вправо.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating. In this time, yes, but you like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Thanks.
Great. After we've done this, we can finally get to the island.
Так, а где тут третья, где четвертая? Я что не понял.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the... Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good. It moves like a ghost, without creep. This task is an insult to your mental skills. Some water spills out of the bowl. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all, and your leg still hurts from the tribunal.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah, let's do it. Now the only thing left to do, if we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes us, and then nothing happens. As Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard, nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't answer, her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep...
Damn it! Yeah, nothing happened, let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
No, my hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the chord, but this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it? This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Great. And here I thought we were finally going to the island.
But I am interested. You read from his face. Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring, and then the pressure changes. It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative...
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace. You mean the speed freaks? Of course, the speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me? I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Brilliant negotiating there, detective. As always.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal? We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music. That's fine. We can manage. And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind? Of course! I meant the bar, obviously. Why am I even talking about this? It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's...
Yes, what is it? What? What did you say? I can't hear you! The music is too loud! Oh, the project! It's not going well! There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers. Egghead! A 3.5 cable! He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and yekukata! A place to be, apparently! Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes! Let me know how it goes!
The young man behind the mixer deck acknowledges your return.
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. Or maybe it's not Gotvalian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
The Y to the E to the A to the A to the A. Yeah!
He missed one A.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker. Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibbity.
Your cop training did not.
Что там подключить надо это?
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too. Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman...
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean?
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is...
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. You should go with the flow. Join in on the experience. It feels good. It feels right. But what is this? What is this thing that Andre is doing with it?
Yes, my man!
Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a noticeable lack of something. You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder.
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of... Here it will begin. Who fucking cares? No, not good. Orgasmic. Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. Nothing. Just the immaculate silence.
It comes to you like a blue whale. You sense it stir the tranquility of the deep. A single note of bass passing through. Then it's gone.
This is where the beat plunged. It will resurface soon. Bright.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little to rule the world. Yes, it's all true.
From what I can see, it's about to bust a...
Foolhardy! Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000...
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics. Somewhere in a smelly, you must have touched upon an entirely new way of moving the human body. Every motion is pumping your brain full of endorphins. Open your eyes to the pioneering glory of heart. You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called aliens, entirely, rigidly, imbecilic, without pity or fear.
Обжигает.
Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean,
Oh my god! No way!
Быть не может. Еще как может.
with his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in fun. The young
Это
woman
там все
lifts her headphones
в земле
up
ковыряется
slightly
где-то.
and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
Asil, are you going to dance?
No, recording.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started putting her head along to the music. The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it. The authority of the law is clearly unquestionable.
What's going on here? Delinquents.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency. The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The light is obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality.
The Code 31 emergency? Really?
Подкрепление. Запрашиваю подкрепление.
The lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look.
What's happening? How the hell are you dancing with that broken leg of yours?
Я под прикрытием.
Good for you. Rock on, then.
Somehow, you manage to hear him sigh.
What? Oh, come on, hurry.
Did that just cheer him up a bit? Could be. It feels like the lieutenant cracked a little small. What's harder
Да блин, ну чё?
Excuse me, what?
No. Stop immediately. Stop dancing and apologize. Then a breath of cold sea air fills the church as the lieutenant opens the door and steps out. The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire pussy along for this?
Here we go again! Hardcore fills the air! The sound above my head!
On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stone church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center, an officer of the RCM is contorting his body into
I am la Rebachelière. I am the city. I am a fragment of the world's spirit. My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. And I've seen you. The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. I also reside in your lungs and vestige.
She's speaking fast because she's afraid.
Death. It is terrifying. I need you to protect me. In 22 years, the first shot will be fired. Not a shot from a gun. An atomic device that will level all of me. All of me. I cannot perish with it, officer of the citizens' militia. I need you. You can keep me on this earth.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled.
Had a good rest there? Relax. People pass out while partying hard all the time. You're just dehydrated.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like egg.
Man! Man! Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
End of human development. Mission complete.
All right!
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
It's to express my
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Goodbye, officer.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground. What's on your mind?
Где там, что там подключить? Это что такое?
We're close. True, hard, full, cop. It's hardcore. Skibbity, skibbity.
Your cop training did not.
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? What about it? Great.
Я что-то не врубаюсь. Так, где тут? Ну все.
colder outside than you were expecting. You see the lieutenant standing there. He turns to you, but says nothing. He's waiting to see what you do. For God's sake, say you fucked up. Please. Sharp pain shoots through your hip, throbbing.
You think? Yes. And?
The lieutenant stares. What are you? A petulant child? He expects you to apologize.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at me?
Кто такой Вачолиер?
That's what you are supposed to say, of course. But do you know what you... Revacholian? I don't suppose anyone ever questions whether you belong here. Whatever your faults, you're a solid detective. You're obvious. I was born here. I grew up here. It's the only home I've ever known. But to most of my countrymen, I will always be some monkey fucker.
The lieutenant's not comfortable with emotional openness.
Now, if it were any other day, I would leave for the night. But we have more pressing matters. We need to get to the island, and this case is much, much bigger than just you and me. We're close.
Officer Harry, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping?
You're not limping. You're you. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Look at you, you can barely walk. Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you've got banged up real. What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing.
You didn't only get shot.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead. Hi. I guess you are. I understand that. Well, good for you. Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such. The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do. Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south.
Aye, aye, Captain.
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joy.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she...
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you? Don't get...
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like...
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches.
On that island? That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft and we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
I don't know what these are. They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to...
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asks to put the fire out. I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like people to... Yes.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces a suspicious request made out of fear.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes. No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Our father killed himself. Don't say that, he didn't. I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fight.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the car. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the SRV made. This machine represents humanitarian aid from a worker's state. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back.
It'll float.
He's too banged up himself to talk with you.
What? Fine. Let's blast SAD FM then.
SAD FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs.
Че диско?
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last and the trees are green and overhanging, feather light free and everlasting. And the trees are green and overhanging, feather light free and everlasting. Want to be free.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant, in the silence, a sputter of wings, a flock of... There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your... Let's go. The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Ah, yes, so it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea. The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102. On the islet, there is almost no wind. just the light movement of air through the reeds, bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long-dried leaves like a silent orchestra tuning, of great importance to the few who attend. A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needle, the faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, a low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks. Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motion, a jitter, a sound impatient to happen, but not yet. You hear some kind of limb fidget, producing an imperceptible tick. No, it's just your imagination. You can't hear such things.
Yes?
This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin. Not you. You're concentrated on how.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
The lieutenant nods in books and magazines lie scattered on the floor, and most are soft covers. Serialized fantastique and detective stories from the popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to, among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories? You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't. The print in some of these is pretty small though. There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books, white linen and a pillow.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead. Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero. You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. a heavy steel.
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable. Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired. Downstairs, somewhere? Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter.
If anyone stayed here, the hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator.
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
That is his idea of a joke.
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before...
That should do it.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and the keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in
the console of an antique computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out, they terminate here. I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle, a dim ambient orange. The dial slides under the glass, dark and silent, restoring electric power as the blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in. A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl. No, it's more than that. This...
After you. I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit.
Don't be. I have a gun. Extra good that I do.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use, brand name, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Juan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Diamatiri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited Land's End and here. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little, quite old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting, 1 kilometer across. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire, capeside apart. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags, Rue de Saint-Gislain. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop, sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
More than that. Whenever you wanted, like your own little dollhouse.
A pair of binoculars or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere. Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it. Where?
He does not answer, just nods. He feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
A strange feeling, looking at the water. Maybe you should just with a bottle in your hand. Always. Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, where it has always been. In front of the video rental, on the corner, smelling of tutti frutti. And maybe you know it's going to hurt. Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth. Yes, 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 yes. No, we're not starting with that. Not now. Not this. In the still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of. An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to...
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up. My eyesight? Yes.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left...
I did. And you opened it. How? I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic counter-revolutionary dirges. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental ill. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it's a Triangong 446.
Southeast Samarin made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in 06.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the...
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy...
His elbows rest on the frame stock, calmly for now. But he may still get it in his hands. Look, you don't see a magazine in the well. Yell at him now, loud. The words, "I am an enemy commander."
And what rank would that be, dog? A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like...
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold.
gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light, still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are in, they say, Triangong 4.46, Sin Yao Commune, for Safre and for all mankind. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong 4.46 millimeter.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does. The right type and the right calibre.
He's liking this.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. The old man, keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response? Something is slightly off with it. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Real music. Real Brilliant Kult. That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthrope.
Marching song. Forget about that for a moment. You need to address that remark first.
You don't understand anything. My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, political commissar of the 100. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is...
There, behind them, across the delta, the Insacom building. Coalition government, Insulindian mission control.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the... I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I... 43 years and 10 months. It's inhuman. It's sick. It's not how a human being should live, but I had to.
He just couldn't. He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers. Men. 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer, patrol officer Judith Minot, points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day.
Always waiting. For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. I am not a fool. I know the material base for an uprising has eroded. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore. However,
What has he done? Perhaps a confession will lighten the load.
Yes, what? To get things going again? Fan the flame?
there is no flame to fan. There is nothing left of the world, of our dreams. I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second is all it took for reaction to take hold. May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, the combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was
some kind of great terror, worse than you've ever seen.
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for... And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in it that the bourgeois are not human.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Yefreto.
I had to fight it. I could not stop anymore.
These eyes are charred black by the images that have entered them.
It's not an island, Dwight. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio, Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone. Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow? You don't know. You haven't seen it. The black-eyed angel.
Shaitan Ahura, the darkened one.
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
You're insane and grotesque. Everyone steals. Vegetables, supplies.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like...
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could...
The RCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give.
You also have Druamine.
I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is a...
It's the little joys. A dark joke, a sunshiny day, morphine. There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the... It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, and others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just... So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right? Useless now. Rust.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map. Wait, how did he get down there?
I didn't have to. Came in through the storm drains.
Storm drains?
There used to be a system that connected the bunkers, tunnels and such, under the church and everywhere. Most of them are gone now. Collapsed. Just bricks. All the old infrastructure has... The propaganda bunker. I used to.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground. I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rats.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting. Drink.
I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too.
The older man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the...
You're with the RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. a so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took the... Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing and sporting goods. No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the part trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
Гандон несет, значит, он.
His job was
Пропагандист.
to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
Да, пропагандист он.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideal, he was like a cleric, a shepherd.
No, the opposite of that.
He nods slowly, then another tremor.
Я политикой не интересуюсь, да? Я, кстати, фашист.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a fact. I've used it for killing people.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war.
So is continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt it. This is what you live for. This is the great serotonin jackpot. The solution. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
I don't want to tell you any...
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Oh, yes. That one.
Did you Kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Tear into him. Pile it on him. Everything you got on the gun. The murder weapon is the scent of blood in the air. But what else? Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer pistols. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic...
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? .46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the kill.
Murder.
Like a marionette on some invisible string. This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Stupid twat.
The lieutenant looks at you with what? Not this, he seems to say. Anything but this.
С душой поговорил.
Intuition is an aberrant psychologism. It reeks of crypto-fascism. The parasite class use intuition to just... Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he... Yeah, this just did nothing. But still, somehow you knew it was a... Perhaps you suspected it before you took the case. The vision was you remembering that. Was it supposed to? The inland sea is dark, vast, and on the surface, meaningless.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof. Who cares? There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Спасибо, голова.
You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are?
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Duras.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is Sensorique. The model is Corbeil. And these are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too? The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away. They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may. Classier.
He repeats the name with care, as if it were at risk of break. He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the 100.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face.
There, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own, and so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at Dan, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nodded.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing the...
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just...
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types, you got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a... Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to ramble.
3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came in on her galley. Her honor guard came in tow.
Joyce. He means Joyce.
Wrinkled up whore.
Слова девушки педерасты. Ты разве не коммунист?
They moved into a deserted apartment above the roundabout. Radio equipment out for all to see. Reactionary radio playing, sloppy and drunk. I've seen their kind during the landing. Those Occidental and masked phalanx weren't conscripts. Boys like us. They were whites. All they know is to destroy. Barely alive. They like to kill while they're on their drugs. After the landing, in the burning years, I would take shots at them. I could see they've returned now to show their real face. The face they don't dare show their bourgeois voters back on Mundi with their families and polyester. Them fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out.
For him to stop reacting to stimuli, to be broken off from the world.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But
her body sweating from the drugs, slick from cerebral hemorrhage. This man has seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to see her covered in blood. To punish her.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not...
And beautiful.
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there...
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
You didn't say Clausia in there. It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face. I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks. And a body, hard and lean and bruised all over. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers.
You could tell she was a spook? From the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo. And glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
He must have climbed to the roof, maybe.
I have my ways.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling in rags. Those were your footprints.
I've been through all of Martinez.
Thank God, the lieutenant is picking it up.
But that Nook too?
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. You'd turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit.
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick one more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union box window.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
While he stands here and rots.
You're delusional. There's nothing to see in the soul of the bourgeois woman. It's the same as the surface. Sick hedonism and desperation. Made a little love nest up there. Sweaty linen and bottles they would use for God knows what. I saw other men there too, but I can't be sure. Even a woman once.
A red-haired woman? Ruby.
That kind of thing is fine by the party. So is fine by me. But it goes to show you.
Seems like the answer was yes.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only
the coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stone.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know. Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to... No. I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor. The day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
It's as if something put the thought there to leave the flowers.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here.
A sudden pang of regret.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his one more down.
Her.
You hear a low frequency hiss, barely, beneath the audible spectrum. The lieutenant nods at you in that's it, motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
Safe and sound, sire. Surely you have not misplaced the witness.
Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, this last week, kept staring at the island. At night, crying or smoking on the roof, like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lausanne's Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by high. On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city, smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Street lights, towers, tenements and water, and across it a dark strip of ruins, barely visible. There, on a dilapidated jetty, in a nameless village, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. The ruins of a seafort stick out of the water, built by Philippe II. He's there, doing what exactly, I don't know. Satellite Officer Wittmer points at the ruins. Behind that anti-aircraft something, Special Consultant Heidelstam is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. Where? His voice trails off as the 3 walk down the jetty. As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification like a rotten tooth. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? You could get more out of him. He likes talk. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
A tragic comedy. Druggies.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his... The familiar put, put, put. Detest pushes the cobwebs out of his eyes. Pushes the melancholy aside. He...
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez... Because of the racists, everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that social democrat. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to intense, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on her. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only... What was that about? Steroids? It piqued your interest. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency. And the Sucrian on her yacht? Boom boom morons on thin ice. Going under. Ask about that cock on parade too. Make sure you get everything here.
Whores. Yes, steroids. A racist on steroids. What is my opinion? You think the rich man has an opinion on this idiocy? Is the rich man on the No. The rich man's looking at real estate and fiddling his kids.
Yes, but he was there. Why was he there if you can't have an opinion?
Scratching away at the race question. You moral intern monkeys keep the conversation going on You think the rich man cares about your little race games? He rules the whole world, and he laughs at your moral soliloquy.
Now wait a moment. Let's get serious here.
I've seen the real world. In '06, the flags unfolding, young people marching, being kind to each other. They dreamt of 1,000,000 years in the stars. This here is pale. The end. The pale will swallow all of this. The water, the sky, the city. Soon, there are steroids and radio shows. Probably that Revachol 98 AM. Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted in a whorehouse. The statue is an abomination. The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually...
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues, too. What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why? That's right. Some advertising cockroaches erected a cynical deconstruction of it. We tore it down with honest... Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity. Every gallery should be bulldozed, and the artist...
Wait, the bullet hole in Philippe's heart. The statue had been shot. It had to be. He's already proven capable of taking a far more... Forget about that. Something much more noteworthy goes off in your brain. Could it have not been that?
The fat union man let them put it there. Corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it too. Shared with...
Accusations of corruption. Push them aside with a sharp change of topic. He keeps having opinions about the union's leadership.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the union's top brass.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass.
Edgar.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's...
He's been sweet-talked by this Edgar. They must have met in person for such animosity to have developed.
You can't live alone.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in my...
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him. Don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought I was right about one of those things. 20 years ago, neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
That's around the time the Clares came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought. Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took...
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
You know why I killed that fucker, Duat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating there is more here. You can feel it. He was not outright lying, but almost.
They were boom imbeciles. At least they're not there anymore. What more is there to say?
What more is there to say? You've always got something to say.
I've heard it on the radio too, that boom. It's the same violent decadence all over again for the 100th. Your beloved Joyce Messier. A Sucrion. A bloodsucker. Women like her. I can't believe the inert lumpen out there. They just let her drive her little boat like that. No violence. Not even a robbery. The working class has lost their...
If only he had. the ammunition.
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot, plumage. I remember him from La Noce. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant. Just begging to be popped off. Please.
He whispers with such predatory hunger, it borders on longing.
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about
a treat, better served for later. He's a pleasure delayer.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day, the blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, René. Better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him there lately. Must be down with arthritis. Old cunt.
Momentarily, he's worried for him. He reminds him of himself. The same hatred. The same. You try to they are veterans of the same war. Somewhere west in Coal City, his enemy is lying in a dark room on a metal slider, not breathing, like he will too, soon. With an agitated gait, Satellite Officer Jean Heron Vichmer paces the jetty. 22 km police work? Patrol Officer Judith Minot replies, with a tinge of hope in her voice. A tinge of warmth, too. Against the cold air, right. He's drunk, she thinks, and we all know it. Still, she's just trying to see it in a generous light. The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water. He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist.
That bourgeois cow, Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation and money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him, tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muskova called in, they say, on the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it.
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is, the bend in the river. The truth.
Because she was dead?
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled? Hard to say. It was a sloppy job. And a moving she was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her, and the ruins.
Be abstract here. A bit of drama.
Huh. It was someone. Someone shot her. Or maybe she just fell. I get these violent ideations. My memory is filled with holes, especially the 30s.
Another big spike of rage. Different from the one he has for her.
Nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled, sogged.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal. If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away.
Come on, just a little. You're threatened with pain. All human beings respect pain. It's the truth.
I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones...
The same old freezing. There is plenty here to work with once he's in custody. And the lieutenant knows it. He gives you a little nod to proceed.
Glad? It's all gone.
His lip curls.
Glad? It's all gone.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, great leaps of emotion, from anger, and also flashes of lust simmering in there. Not too common in people. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid. Is it some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on. Perhaps, but his seems more than that. The inner turmoil takes unexpected turns, as if forced on him in a way. In summary, you sense some underlying neurological disorder. There is definitely something hormonal there. Whatever the condition he's suffering, there is a sexual element to it.
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
You said you take painkillers.
I take them to cope with pain. The people of this city use painkillers because they have pain. Untreated illnesses, not enough money.
Are you sure about him being lucid? Maybe he's just affected by it. It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snap.
Like some kind of decadent rock star. No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been in. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44. Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He is a brave man. Why is he unraveling? He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat. Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Something is happening. Stop. Lillian. You could ask her, maybe.
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
No, listen. Listen now. There it is again, to your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Your skin crawls.
Богомол этот. Сейчас он сожрет старика.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in good.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster, but you don't have a gun.
Я наконец-то сошел с ума.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If you can see, then you're... But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
Че, пойти пообщаться с ним? Ты меня сожрать
The
хочешь?
creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tip. The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something. Take long, deep breaths. Slow down your pulse. Don't move yet, and when you do, reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss. Like the hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a... You smell...
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of, I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his pride get in the way. You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick.
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly. The creature tilts its tiny head to the side and appears to look at you. It is incredibly light, like the slightest. The air moves through it, its slender sticks. Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Maybe it is real, the pheromone.
About now, he is ready to believe in anything. The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lobe. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Careful, it may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating, letting out that same smell. Like the insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each praying to you. Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures still pretending to be plants rustle along on. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
Жрать не хочет.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. Fire? Where? I do not have fire inside me. In me, there is not even blood, but lymph. Like now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the heart even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great. That must be incredibly hard. The arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of and when you fall, we will come to raise you up. But from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not
In honor of your will, Lieutenant Euphrater, that you kept from falling apart in the face of sheer terror. Detective, arriving on the scene.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect? He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long. No, you're awake. I am real. Light is for me. Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily. I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read.
Wait, so
Yes, they don't mind. Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandia Isula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting.
it may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help.
I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation.
And the 4,000-year-old Ceresolithic civilization buried so deep in the sediment that you do.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions. 3, if you count stone tools, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizens' militia in Revershaw, district of Martinez. Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry, it is only destructive overlap.
The deserter. He's been here for a long time.
Yes, with stone tools and silk, they too missed me. Although I had not developed the mutation needed for parthenogenesis yet, and scoured the Neolithic hinterland as distinct individuals. No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively median life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerves, the pale too, came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that it is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with you're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace. We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all? No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation. Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your
Буду не
eyes
моргать.
inside and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
No, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it. She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant. Hip, the sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of...
I got it.
Immortalized for all time. The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the kiting curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker. Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is much smaller than that.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you, the limb before you, is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could... Warning! It's about to move. You can sense it. A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl. There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the stimulus overloaded it. It's passing like an extended moment. Here, within the smooth white inner part of its limb, you sense something very intimate.
The nervous system could be spread out like that, over the extremities, like a cuttlefish.
Or a rhyocinta, an occidental leaf insect, with its brain stored in 4 leaf-like extensions. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying pray. They are filled with adoration and curiosity, the adoration of some wheel or dominion. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror, like a skipping, and something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds.
It's gone. Apparently, yes, like a water strider. Only... looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to...
Revacholian nationhood. The Revach...
О. Паспорт красивый.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje.
Classia's hidden documents from the empty boy.
It's Clausia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish. An old photo, before life came and did what it does.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was, hiding place, or... Perhaps, but that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest. Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which... I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island, and the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it, but to seek this out would be very unusual behavior.
Would it? Maybe it was simply curious. A curious octopus would do something similar, or even a cuttlefish.
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name, where Clausia comes from. Remember? God.
Это её настоящий паспорт получается.
I told you she kept lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else right now, in another city.
No, she lied to us. Her so-called real name was not her real name. Somehow she's managed to lie to us about that too. I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alasia or Clasia or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
The winds are silent. The streets are empty of her. She is no longer in the city of Revachol.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't.
Something is very wrong with him now.
See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring. Black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, with fear and longing, like an addict of some terrible substance. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old age and shock. The appearance of the Phasmid in conjunction with the stress of the arrest. He spent his entire life here. For him to leave would be...
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again. As
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even. You've gotten all you will out of this. Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left. Wherever the last embers have gone out.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to... The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of...
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Что, мне сейчас на лодку, что ли, плыть? Обратно на большую землю. Сейчас а потом приплывем, и его тут не окажется.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Insul Indian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the communards.
Sounds an awful lot like.
It does. The RCM may descend from the... It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and...
Nice political thoughts rush through. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics, with blood dripping down your thigh.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then. It doesn't really matter. No, an upside-down...
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
No, that's the uninhabited
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Giff. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
The skiff is swaying.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. But for the sound of conversation on the water, two men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village. Looking at a small yellow boat, you reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where...
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify you.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant, and the two aren't mutually exclusive.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work, or when you do, but you're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries, instead of working.
He's got a very, very solid case there. Actually, I've been trying to find a good moment to tell you. Yes, you often sound like a brutal idiot.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilestam. Mikael? Mikael's my son.
His son? What a joke. Everyone is lying to you.
No problem. What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? He doesn't remember.
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a sick joke. At least that's good.
Yeah, that's very good. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look safe at all. There was a giant I.O. graffito in front of the building. It was on fire. I don't know. It had Shit Kid written all over it. You, Shit Kid.
Despite all that you've done, the deserter, the phasmid, the case. Good idea. It doesn't look like he thinks you're in a position to correct him on the Shit Kid issue.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to butter you up after you told us to fuck off. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Absolutely no idea. Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close. He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Чё, бросили божественного полицейского.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here, breaking things. None of us wanted to see the abyss, so we fucked off. Like you told us to. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case. The other when we looked into...
So you don't remember not remembering. The two cases in your ledger. The unsolvable case and the Next World mural. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work, if not in his previous leadership.
Leadership, now.
Да, я только руководитель.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Стоять там.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Lie. Just bide your time. Ask something. Then lie.
В океане? Ой, а кто это сделал? А кто это сделал?
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle, with fishing clams and other sea shit.
Там этот водяной живет теперь.
Jacob Irv. I know who Jacob Irv is. I wanted to give you a chance to stop fucking me. How naive of me. You drove a 45,000 real police vehicle into the ocean. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge. The thing that tells people you're a police officer.
He squints at it, trying to ascertain if it's not a blue candy wrapper or a piece of...
Okay. And your gun?
Какой пистолет?
Gun. Yeah, you don't have that. Maybe you can... Here we go again. Lost gun. Lost gun. Trying to terrorize...
Yeah, gun. The thing that was given to you to kill people. Upgraded it. I don't care about your weapon mania, Harry. I only care about your official sidearm, which you lost. I don't care. Where is the gun the RCM gave you to kill people with? Where is that one? I knew it. I told you we didn't have it.
This isn't cause for celebration. It's bad.
Oh, I would say it's very bad. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Please, put the stolen rifle away before you kill someone. I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then, huh?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
The man doesn't reply, but his expression, you should have done a better job, is what it's saying.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That's peanuts. That's nothing compared to the 7 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although...
See?
1 week.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now it's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which...
You should yell something. Yes, let's let the big boy.
Other still, he is also a full-blown fascist, an ultra-nationalist, woman hater, and more
Ultra-nationalist.
than a little racist. How he reconciles these 2 points of view? But he is vocal about both. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective. He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, and he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. Locked on the he apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom shakalaka, motherfucker.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget it. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Нарколаборатория.
Lilianovich, a revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms: Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name. And this man's mother was Lilian, his Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said...
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combatant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that. Way more.
Get over yourself. You're not a perfectionist. You're a cop and you did a good job, with a lot of help from you, and none of this can hide the smell of booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is the... It will pass in time.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have...
Understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a...
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
Надо его познакомить с Куно.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink. I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody.
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks westward, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned her name.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that. Half Vazan.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and incredibly bangable. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde. Heartbreak Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to...
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be detective. We just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind. It says, tensions rise in Terminal YC in light of the débardeurs strike in Terminal B. Among representatives, le retour.
Perhaps. There are people who say the zone of control will not hold up long. They are not on the radio yet. But there are parties.
Yes. I hear worries from systems analysts in Vespa and Messina. International risk departments.
We've been hearing whispers in Jamrock too, ever since fall. I agree that something is happening. People are tense. I hear a fan spinning, fast. Something is about to hit it.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering. Work with Price? I'm flattered, but...
Would fit in. And crazy enough. can take the stress. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one.
Flattered? Your lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
No. You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal. I told you it's not that bad.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped... Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
А как же нашего этого деда там с острова забрать? Наконец-то! Столько текста, как будто книжку «Войну и мир» прочитал. Ура! Ну вот. Игра и закончилась. Как промотать титры-то? Так, что ж. Все, конец игры. Всем пока.